This video is about how SWOT analysis is used to help in the formation of strategy. So we'll talk about SWOT analysis, but basically what we do with it is just determine what the strengths and weaknesses are within an organization, as well as the opportunities and threats outside the organization. And when that's done, then that fuels all levels of strategy within the organization. So the corporate level, the high level strategy, so you develop your plan of action to manage the growth and development of the organization. Basically, think about it as the longer term view of strategy and what you want to do with the organization. Business level strategy is taking a look at favorable opportunities and also think about ways to counter threats in order for the organization to operate efficiently and effectively. And then a functional level strategy takes it to its lowest level, but yet uses the information that comes out of the SWOT analysis. So bottom line is the SWOT analysis creates the framework to build strategy from. So when we think about SWOT, we think about when we talk about strengths and weaknesses, we take this internal view of what it is. And it's the things that we can do something about immediately. We can bolster our strengths, we can and add to our strengths, we can try to eliminate weaknesses. We can do that in a given time, and certainly and more functional strategies are really based around bolstering strengths and eliminating weaknesses. But then we think a little outside the box. Things that we have less of an opportunity to control unless we take some specific action on it, and that's where opportunities are, and that's where we can see where there's some things coming up that actually create opportunities for us to make us stronger. And then threats are to identify areas where could be problematic to us in the future as well. So we have to think about all those things when we can think about what goes into a SWOT analysis, and we put them all together. And that should help us then really understand what we need to do from a strategy standpoint. And so you have the charge to create an assignment where you're going to do a SWOT analysis for Oakton. And I do this very specifically, not so much that it's something that is of earth-shattering importance, but by the same token, it's something you're close to and very familiar with. So you made the decision to go to Oakton to school, and in so doing, you really had to think about what the competitors were and what the external environment was to Oakton in terms of other choices that you had. And then you had to consider what was good and bad about Oakton, and and you ultimately decided to come here. But you actually assess those things as well. So you're actually fairly close to it, and you have a unique perspective that will help you do a SWOT analysis that is meaningful. That's what I want you to spend some time, think about what the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats are to Oakton, and kind of formulate that and get that put together, and then drop that into the assignment folder that's set up for it. Follow the instructions on formatting and how to do it closely, and do it by the deadline, and you'll be in good shape. Now, after that, again, doing a SWOT analysis in and of itself is kind of interesting, but not really. We have to think about what do we do with it. So one of the things that I want you to do in the discussion post is talk about what are 3 ways that you can think of, based on the SWOT analysis that you did, that Oakton can actually increase enrollment at the school. And again, you just came off thinking about strategically what you wanted to have happen. So now the question is how do we make it work for us? How do we make it actionable? And that's what that exercise, the discussion post, is for. And then everybody come up with their own and respond to somebody else's by the deadline. And it'll be an interesting exercise. I think you'll actually enjoy it. Good luck. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.